Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? We're here today to review, I guess it would be called like the Art the Clown franchise. And it was like a comedy of terror.
Sort of.
Sort of, because we saw Terrorizer.
Terrifier.
Terrorizers is the band. Oh my god. Terrifier. And then we found out, we thought there was a Terrorizer 2. I think there's supposed to be a Terrorizer 2 coming out.
Terrifier.
I mean, a Terrifier 2 coming out. And we looked on IMDb and we saw, well, we looked it up on Amazon Prime, and it said All Hallows Eve with a picture of the clown on there. So we looked on IMDb and it said, like, that was the sequel.
Terrifier was a sequel to a movie called All Hallows Eve by the same director.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that there's a short film called Terrifier. Oh, I'll check out that first to see if it's on YouTube. So I watched that. Then we went back and watched All Hallows Eve, which had that short in it.
Yeah.
Then afterwards I read on IMDb that All Hallows Eve is a couple of short films that the guy did previously put together in a movie.
Yeah.
And then, so Terrifier is his sequel.
Yeah.
And then there's another sequel called All Hallows Eve 2 by other people.
Yeah. It's so bizarre. Well, there's so many horror films out there with so many related titles and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
these are three movies are all intertwined.
Yeah.
So you had a short films that begat All Hallows Eve, which begat All Hallows Eve 2 and Terrifier. Sort of like from Night of the Living Dead, that begat Return of the Living Dead 2 and 3, and then Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead. It's like,
and then
it kind of split into two.
Well, Diary of the Dead and Survival of the Dead were they exist in two different universes, I guess, you know. And Survival of the Dead was like a Western. It was like Hatfields and McCoy's kind of. I mean, I liked that movie, too. I mean, you know, I saw it with Dad. Dad kind of liked it, too, but it was more like a Western. But, I mean, these movies were very unique. Like I said, I might as well start with the short film. And I know that Miss Quinn, Clowny Quinn, I'm getting all confused.
Man, that beer must still be affecting you.
Yeah, I know, the beer was strong. Yeah, that Miss Clowny Quinn was talking about Terrifier because she was doing our clown videos. Now she's doing, like, the Krampus videos. I didn't know I thought there was just, like, the regular Krampus. Then she did, like, Mother Krampus and Krampus the Reckoning.
Well, the local filmmaker near you, he made a Krampus film,
Oh, he
too.
did make a Krampus film? Cool. There's so many damn movies. I don't know how you can keep up. We can keep up with them all.
You can't.
You can't. And like I said, there was like a Simpsons that they had like Homer Simpson was a recapper, and he was saying there's too many shows out there. I can't keep up. And they're talking about streaming service, and they talk about USA. Remember the USA Network? They just care about people's subscription because it was like Google Disney on the episode of Simpsons. And he talking about USA Network, and they said, yeah, they had shows like Royal Pain, Suits, and Psych. I heard those shows are really good, but did you see any of them? And Homer Simpson's like, no, I didn't. And then the guy said, this is really USA. They just have like an ad on a van for USA. That's all it is, van ads and stuff. But once the guy got off topic.
What are you starting to say now with the short film?
Yeah, the short film was pretty neat. About a girl going to this gas station, and there's bits of the short film done better in the bigger budgeted Terrifier movie that we saw first. And it's, and hard to describe. I mean, the girl's there, and then the Art the Clown starts killing people and stuff, and I mean, that's pretty much it. It's like 20 minutes. And now this one exists in a completely different universe, just like Terrifier, and also All Hallows Eve. But I mean, I really enjoyed it, though. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I like the look. It tried to be like, have like a Grindhouse type look to it, like I can't remember.
Grindhouse?
Yeah, the Grindhouse movies that they did.
Yeah, the one with by Quentin Tarantino and what's his nuts?
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And I think Planet Terror is better than Death Proof.
Right.
And I love Kurt Russell, but it's like with Death Proof, you had all these storylines of these girls, and then he kills them, and then all of a sudden he introduced these girls again. It's like, I remember seeing it. I saw it on both on DVD, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta go through all this introductory stuff again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Kurt Russell was great in it, though.
All right. Anyways, back to our regular
Yeah,
special
back
program.
to the regular thing. I mean, I liked the short film Terrifier. Now I'm getting it right. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. Now on to All Hallows Eve, which we saw last, and it revolves around this babysitter watching these two kids on Halloween night, and they were watching Night of the Living Dead. And it was still cool seeing that. It was still, they had little clips of the movie, and it's still captivating seeing that movie. It's such a classic. That's why we did like that 25-minute thing of it I showed Lynn Lowry. Anyways, they're talking about candy and stuff like that, and the kid was going through his bag, and he said, well, she was saying, like, you know, you have to go to bed pretty soon, Mom and Dad. And he said, found a VHS tape, and it was in the same type of container that they had at Home Video Exchange. You know what I mean? Those that I was real familiar with, and she said it was really creepy, and it really was, because you never know what's going to be on VHS tape. And she played it, and then, like I said, it was like his short film. They showed the first short film like about...
Yeah, so don't make the mistake we did where we watched the short film, then we paid a couple bucks to rent the movie, and 20 minutes of it was short film we just watched, so we had fast forwarding through it.
Yeah, you're further out just watching All Hallows Eve and...
Terrifier. Maybe someday we'll do the sequel to All Hallows Eve.
Yeah. I mean, but... the one thing with the short films, I didn't think the short films was as... Well, the last one was really good, but I didn't think they were the second and third one. The first one was about a cult, and it was okay. And the second one was about the alien, and it was alright. I mean, but I thought the stuff with the babysitter, I liked how the last movie tied in towards the end of the movie. But I give it a 7 out of 10 for All Hallows Eve. And it's weird because we're using a short film, because Jim Van Bieber, I'm going off track again, Black Start Media, Sean Smith, who's Sean Lewis now on Facebook, did the short film that Jim Van Bieber, he released a bunch of things. It was like Chunk Blower, which he did with Charles Ballon, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, like a short film that never got made into a project. It was a trailer. And then he did like a 20-minute thing called about a serial killer called Last Days of John Martin, which he used to show filmmakers, Jim Van Bieber, about to, if they're able to, you know, that he can make a low-budget movie, stuff like that. And he said it just ended up freaking him out. And then whenever he did direct that video for Necrophagia, oh, God, Through the Eyes of the Dead off their Holocaust de la Morte album, he had that... He interspliced footage of the band playing with that short film playing too in the one video, but that worked, and that's back when Phil Anselmo was in there. And then they had that one video I think it was Through the Eyes of the Dead, that had the awesome Steph Pull Opal, my friend was on on YouTube. She was in a video with Phil Anselmo, who she was married to for a while. Well, anyways, see, I got off track, but I wanted to mention that. And the last movie we saw was free on. Do we see it on Netflix or?
Yeah,
Amazon?
That was the first one we saw.
Yeah, that first
Not the
one.
last one.
That's the one that we saw on Amazon. I mean, on Netflix, and it was. I really dug this one.
Yeah.
And it exists in a completely different universe that we're used to, and it revolves around Halloween night, and this clown is back there, and they show like the survivor. This one mask or stuff like that. Her face, it looks like it was modeled after a guy that was mauled by pit bulls. It was in Trace of Death Part 3. And, you know, they showed the guy was British. And some guy asked, are you ever thinking about getting a pit bull? And that was like the most messed up question you could ever ask the guy. And I think that's why they modeled her makeup after. That's my opinion. But, I mean, it's really good. And it shows like a clown... coming back, doing a bunch of messed up stuff. Some was similar to what was in the short film, but different. And this was more explicit. And it was really good. I really enjoyed this one. I give it a 10 out of 10. And he did some really nasty killings and stabbings and stuff like that. like stabbing a girl in the calf, boom, 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 boom. You could call, instead of calling it Terrifier, you can call him the Dirty Stabber. You know what I mean? But I give that 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed that. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No.
Okay.
Cover
Oh,
up.
the one thing I did want to say because we always goof around and stuff like that. There was some comedy in that Terrifier too, just the way if you have a sixth sense of humor like we do. But in the All Hallows Eve, they were introducing the people. So, what's your name? And the girl said Casey, and I go, "Where's the Sunshine Bandit?" I thought that was hilarious. So I guess that's it on our thoughts of the Art the Clown franchise. Shouts to that Miss Quinn, Clowny Quinn. And until next time, bye please. Take care, my leaves.
Alrighty.
Well, I went off tangent too on that one. There's just so much.